America. It's September 23rd, 2025. I'm Erick Erickson. These are the four things you need to know this afternoon before you get home. Up first, Ryan Routh has been found guilty in Florida. He's the would-be assassin of Donald Trump. He was charged with 5 counts in Florida related to that attempted assassination. When the jury read the verdict, he had picked up a pin and attempted to stab himself in the neck, trying to commit suicide in the courtroom. Deputies pulled him out of the courtroom, bandaged him, put him in shackles, and brought him back in the courtroom to finish up the hearing. So Ryan Routh, the would-be assassin, President Donald Trump, has been found guilty of 5 counts related to that attempted assassination in a federal courtroom down in Florida. Up next, Jimmy Kimmel returns tonight. Nexstar came out today and said it will join Sinclair Broadcasting in its ongoing boycott of Kimmel's program. The left accuses Nexstar of playing politics. They're trying to buy Tinga, another station group that would add to its cluster of ABC stations. Nexstar and Sinclair point out that most of their stations are in conservative markets where they can't monetize the Jimmy Kimmel program because the ratings are so low and their audience in those states and cities don't want to watch him. Now, this is going to make the economics of Jimmy Kimmel's program more difficult. It was already losing money. CBS said it was ditching Stephen Colbert, and despite left-wing fever dreams that they were bowing to Donald Trump, it was an economic decision. Even people within the company who hate Donald Trump admitted it was an economic decision. Stephen Colbert alienated the right, made his audience a progressive clearinghouse of Democratic politicians, and nobody wanted to watch. Jimmy Kimmel has done the same thing, turning his ABC platform into a service for progressives in America, routinely interviewing Democratic politicians, using his monologues to bash the right. Much of the right tuned out. As I said on my program earlier, there's a potential to revitalize these. Viewership has gone down over time. People now rely on streaming services and viral clips online. But, they can move the show to a place like Austin, Texas, or Nashville, give it to someone like Shane Gillis or Nate Bargatze, interview the wild and weird people of Austin or Nashville, celebrities coming through town, the local celebrities who live there, and have a different band every night featuring their intros and outros and music and maybe an occasional barbecuer. I would tune in for that, and I suspect most Americans would, where the comedian uses his platform not to divide and hate on half the country, but bring people together through a shared love of anything but politics. President Trump has canceled a meeting with Democratic leaders in the run-up to a possible government shutdown. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries decided they wanted to fight because their base demands fight. So they want to talk to Donald Trump about expanding health care coverage under Obamacare. They say in the Senate they will oppose a package to keep the government open unless they get their health care demands in it. Republicans are saying not so fast. We do clean continuing resolutions. We can deal with this issue next year so that the programs get funded. But the Democrats have decided this is their hill to die on, and die they want to do because that is what their base demands. So it looks like we may have a government shutdown. It'll be the first time in modern American history that the Democratic Party has shut down the government. One of the things Democrats are banking on, however, is sympathetic coverage from the American Press Corps blasting Republicans for their failure to negotiate. You and I both know that's going to happen. CNN, the New York Times, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, NPR, they're all going to blame the Republicans. They always blame the Republicans for a government shutdown, even though it will, for the first time, be the Democrats doing it. I suspect the American people, already beside themselves with hate of the Democratic Party, will not really give the Democrats the benefit of the doubt on this. All Republicans have to do is refuse to negotiate and make the Democrats cave, and it will break the Democrats going into the midterm elections. All you Republicans have to do is refuse to yield, and the Democratic base will burn down their own party, and we would like to see that happen, please. Lastly, the president has told the United Nations other countries are, quote-unquote, going to hell, while the United States is in the midst of a golden age. He vociferously attacked the climate change agenda that had been earlier that day championed by the UN Secretary General Guterres. Well, the president gave the United Nations what for, pointing out he's been able to solve 7 wars since he took office in January that the United Nations struggled to get peace with. He said he sends envoys, the United Nations sends letters, and he's not sure what good the United Nations serves anymore other than a place for countries to get together and talk like they were doing today in New York. He's not wrong about the United Nations. It is decidedly captured by the left and the anti-Semites, and we have no business remaining. But since it's in New York City, I suppose we will. The president was absolutely right in what he said about climate change as well. CNN had on their propagandist Bill Weir to cry about the president's climate change remarks. But the fact of the matter is we need more coal, we need more natural gas, we need more nuclear power. And if you want solar and windmills, that's fine, but not at the expense of baseload power. That's a stupid idea that's failed in Europe, and yet the stupid bureaucrats at the United Nations continue to pursue it. The only person making any sense in this debate actually is Donald Trump. These are the 4 things you need to know this afternoon before you get home from work. I am Erick Erickson. I hope that you stay informed and stay engaged. And above all else, in these wild and crazy and uncertain times, please keep the faith. Also, if I'm not here tomorrow, some preacher in Portugal said that today's the rapture. So if I'm gone tomorrow, well, I may have been raptured. If I'm here tomorrow, well, I don't know what that's going to mean other than the rapture didn't happen or I didn't get raptured. Maybe it'll be me and Kirk Cameron. You guys have a great afternoon.